My Lord, as I'm saying, if maybe you want me to open the statement, maybe you can refer to the index of the statement so that I can maybe refresh on what is on the statement, my Lord, because there's a lot of volumes, my Lord, in on this case. So I cannot really comment as you are saying, because sometimes you put things which are not proper. So I don't want to say yes, I know, whereas maybe there's somewhere where you have twisted.
But I'm still perusing the statement. I just want to tell you that I'm a court official. I have no reason to misdirect this court. I have a fiduciary duty.
Oh, what a double-edged sword. Listening to Advocate Tulani Joshua Mngomezulu. The privilege, I think it's a privilege that we can go back to the record and listen to his greatness, his cross examination. Most of the time, he did it from his elephant memory. He wouldn't read, he would have everything in his mind. So I played that clip for you yesterday. Rather video for you yesterday where he cross-examines Mahola, and you can just see that she's struggling in that witness box, and she decides, you know what, let me just throw mud in his face. But at the same time, he was struggling with his eyesight. Even though he was struggling with his eyesight, which is one of the injustices I believe happened in that court when it comes to Advocate Tulani Joshua Mngomezulu. In that little clip I play where the judge, he defends himself, as Mahola says, he's out there putting the wrong information on the record. And he says, I'm an officer of the court. It is my fiducial duty. I have no reason to do otherwise. And we saw him from the time he was introduced to us by attorney Ramasipili. Thank you so much for bringing him to assist you with the trial within the trial. And thank you to Ngomezulu for staying until his very last day a year ago. On that last day, Ashley stood up to tell the court and refused to take an oath and put it on record because my lord, for some strange reason, wanted it on record that Advocate Tulani Joshua Mngomezulu was inside Pagati within the court premises. But you see, the record that ended up being there was not that one because Ashley refused to go on the record and stand by his words. Coward. Anyway, we're not there. Instead, the very next morning, the 10th of December 2024, it was put on the record that Advocate Tulani Joshua Mngomezulu had passed away and succumbed to a sudden illness. You see, the last time he was in that court, in case you haven't been following this trial, he had actually been told by my lord to come no matter what. I don't care if they have to drag him in. And he came, a frail man. He came into that courtroom, explained that he needed time off, that he was willing to continue watching the proceedings, even though he wasn't well. He wasn't granted complete time off. It was ruled that he must continue watching the proceedings from home. And then he would come back to cross-examine Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda, which he had promised us would be a showdown. I was ready for him to come back. I guess that's one of the reasons why I cannot let go of the fact that he didn't get to cross-examine Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda. And I'm going to say, one would be tempted to say, we are in this mess. As Julius Malema said over there at the ad hoc committee to Umkonazi, we are in this mess because Advocate Tulani Joshua Mngomezulu came to the court and put on record that he is in possession of Kelly Kumalo's Section 205s, Section 205s, and also that they are cooking day in, day out. You are colluding. So many things that he said. Let me know what fond memory you have of Advocate Tilani Joshua Mngomezulu. May his soul continue to rest in peace. I'm going to read to you this comment that I received, and it says, the last time when he was fit, he said to Mr. House, just wait for Brigadier Kinenda to take that stand so that I can put it to you that you cooked this evidence. Can you imagine? Had he had that opportunity, guys? The comment continues to say, my lord tried to interject as always, but the late advocate said, even the court will wait for Brigadier to take that stand. Continue to rest in peace, advocate. And my lord is calling Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Kininda back to the stand, because there's no way a senior police officer could ever do anything unbecoming, especially in the realm of defeating the ends of justice and forging signatures and being a part of torturization of a whole Section 204 witness, Gwabeni. We never got to see that showdown. My lord never got to be convinced otherwise. That's why he walks with his head high in current day and still tells us about how phenomenal Brigadier Bonga Nicholas Kininda is. Even though in the Madlanga Commission, senior officers of EMPD, of SAPS, are being thrown why is the word refusing to come out? Are being thrown under the bus. Okay, we're just going to keep moving. Are being thrown under the bus. Shadrach Severe, a whole general. Do you know how much more higher ranking Shadrach Severe is than a brigadier? Don't even get me started on a minister. But hey, my Lord's court, my Lord's rule. But I have another down memory lane clip for you. Advocate Tilani Joshua Mngomezulu was hilarious. I used to look forward to him standing up to do, whether it was cross-examination or leading evidence. Well, he never got to lead evidence, guys. So I'll say cross-examination. He was just an entertainer. Listen to this part.
And referred to this statement of Nombilo. There are certain things that he will confirm as an expert. Same applies with Mangena. He's a ballistic expert. Any information,
science, please.
Sorry?
That's science.
That's science, yes.
Yeah, that's forensic science.
This is natural science.
Oh, is that so?
This one is natural science.
Oh.
And I don't know why everything was justified to her, but then she went for this cleansing, this request for cleansing, and we hear how long Twala had a black spirit following him. But you know what? I'm not doing this a disservice. Let's listen to Mngomezulu say it himself.
Elwangani Sangweni states under oath in English. I am the person who is helping people with problems, different sicknesses, and I undergo the training for that Sangoma. So I took the keys, walked out with them to the house that I used to communicate with God and my ancestors. I then light the candles.
Nisi, what's wrong? What's wrong? I see you're smiling.
I'm thinking aloud.
Yes. I'm smiling.
I'm thinking aloud.
And laughing now.
Tempted to say the good old days before Mnisi Mvula showed off his legal expertise and that he is the defense lawyer that he thinks he is ever since he took Umuzi Severe. Have you noticed? These moments don't happen anymore. Laughter between Mnisi Mvula and my lord. In fact, my lord has moved down the chain and now picks on Unqumalo anytime he needs to get a quick giggle. But it is quite interesting. Let me know if you guys have picked up on that there are no giggles between Mnisi Mvula and my lord. The question is, why? Let's continue listening on.
I then light the candles. I first talked to Kelly, telling her that what happened to her was very painful, but hence trust God. She said she was even, okay, maybe there's a word missing, my lord. She was even of killing herself. I told her that she mustn't thinking of killing herself. I told her that she mustn't do that. Her kids still needs her. I then told, I'll read it as is. I then told me that they left police still busy with their work, so she won't stay with me for a long time. They need to go back and attend the police. They then left. Few minutes after they left, I heard a voice of female calling my daughters, saying, Togo, Togo. I peeped through the door and noticed that it was Mrs. Mtimunye, Busisiwe's mother. She said the police were looking for Kelly, and I said they just left. Before Kelly left, she told me that the criminals got inside the house and pretended as if they wanted her cell phone. But she was surprised because they didn't take the phone. They only killed SENZO. She found her phone next to the door. After they left, I slept. On December month 2014, it was a month after funeral, Kelly came to me and she told me that nothing is going well for her and she is having spirits, and she felt I was the one to help her. I told her that I must pray and I must talk to my ancestors in order to check what was her problem. Before I helped, I prayed. After that, I told her that I saw on my spirits that she was supposed to do a ceremony after losing her boyfriend, and other things should follow after that. And I told her that without that cleansing ceremony, there was nothing to be done by me. She then left. Mid-December, she came to me and told me that she was ready for the cleansing ceremony. She was complaining that even if she is performing at the stage, she feels that something was not right. I told her that I cannot do that while her mother was in KZN for Christmas. She then promised to notify me when her mother comes back. Okay. On 2015 January, beginning of the month, I cannot remember the date, Kelly came to me and told me that her mother was back and want to proceed with the cleansing. She then gave me the date. I cannot remember the date she gave me. Kelly came back and I followed the process of cleansing her according to the way I was trained. Before Kelly's cleansing ceremony, but after she approached me to help her, Kelly's mother, Zandile, and Zandile's boyfriend by the name of Longwe, to go to the room that I used to attend my clients. They then went to that room. I was at the main house with Kelly's mother. I shouted at Kelly's mother, asking her why she decided to brought Zandile's boyfriend while he is having his family. She said she thought of me and then there is nobody to help her except him. She was not taking her serious. She was laughing. I then went to them. I then prayed for Longwe, and on my spirits I saw that he had a shadow of a dead person, and that person was appearing to me as a male, dark in comparison, in white cloth. I told him what I saw. He even agreed that a dead person is even struggling him. He doesn't sleep at night. I asked him who was that person, and he didn't tell me. I told him that he must stand to steam so that we chase that dark shadow away. Same day, I prepared water for him, and he started to steam. He started to steam the same day. He even mentioned that his father is always shouting at him for no reason. His friends doesn't need him next to them anymore. He came twice for the treatment. On the third time, he phoned telling me that he doesn't have transport. His brother was using his car. I didn't charge him because he was even complaining with money, saying he doesn't have money. Even if he work, he won't see where the money went to. I even prayed for his purse. His next appointment is supposed to be on the week of the 15th. but she didn't tell me exactly which date, but he is still under treatment.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
As a quick question, can we establish from Leonard Fen what the relevance of reading out the statement is, firstly, and secondly, what is the basis of admissibility for reading out this statement? Because we submit, my Lord, clearly that we are in the deep realm of irrelevant and speculative evidence.
You're saying it's mumbo jumbo.
Well, it's inadmissible evidence, my
I
Lord.
see. Yes, Mr. Mngomezulu.
I'm surprised if this statement is coming from 636 and these accused are prosecuted under 636. I'm surprised, my Lord, that this statement comes from 636 and the accused persons are prosecuted under 636. And this statement has been disclosed to the defense. If there's no relevance of this statement, why is it in the docket?
4:10. Boom!
Now the law says any document or every document which
Must
forms
be.
part of the investigation must be furnished to you.
Correct.
So even if it's irrelevant, it must be finished.
Correct.
Yes.
I'm still going to the fact that the state has also furnished a statement of Dr. Victor Velapi Otis Mkize, VVO Mkize. He's a traditional healer. They'll bring him as an expert in relation to the cleansing of a person. So that statement,
Who's going to bring him the state?
the state, it's in the state case under 636.
So they're going to call him as a what? As a science. You know what a science
A
is?
science, no,
I've never heard of the word science.
no,
S-E-A-N.
science. Yeah, no, I didn't know about it.
Okay.
Yes. That
Guy
pers-
who's supposed to see holograms.
Oh, yes.
I see.
The relevance of that traditional healer. This one is also a prophet. I would say he's a prophet.
Ah,
Because he was approached for the purpose of cleansing. And there's evidence of an expert in relation to cleansing. That is relevant because if that expert is called to testify and referred to this statement of Nombilo, there are certain things that he will confirm as an expert. Same applies with Mangena. He's a ballistic expert. Any
that's
information,
science, please.
Sorry,
That's science.
that's science.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's forensic science.
this is natural science.
Oh, is that so?
This one is natural science.
Umkhwanazi,
you, Honorable Member.
uyazi umkhwanazi.
You, Honorable Member.
Phambili umkhwanazi baba.
Honorable Taula.
That's why Mr.
Yes.
That's why Mr. Nisi is going to call an expert, a ballistic expert. Even if you come after 100 years,
Yes.
like the FBI's do, that evidence is there. Now, this vanishing evidence, I don't know about it.
It's
And
submitted.
this
by
court
the-
is not equipped for that, I can tell you now.
but
I'm not
in
equipped to listen to sciences, sangomas. I'm not equipped. I don't know if there's any judge in South Africa who's equipped to make a finding that kunesithunzi esiduze sokumuntu fanele ukuthi basisuse.
But Umkhulu was here and he testified, Lainon Mjali.
I don't get into trouble. I cause it. Yeah, I take a decision that will cause trouble now.
What did he say, Mkhulu?
He was talking about him being approached for the Bahlolela Babeke.
I see.
So those things, they are realistic, my lord.
Okay.
In our African culture. So hence, Kaylee had to approach this lady with confidence that she
Can
was
they
going-
make a SENZO come back from the dead?
Sorry?
They've got the powers even to make SENZO come back from the dead, are you saying?
No, that is impossible.
It's impossible. Okay.
It's only God who can do that.
Oh, I see.
It's only God.
Only God.
But I do not like to make submissions as if I don't live within the African cultures and customs. So if
No, fine, you
anything,
can make them. I'm just saying I'm not equipped to evaluate evidence.
Yes, but I'll refer the court also. I just want to confirm with the Witchcraft Act, the one in Zimbabwe. I want to check if there is relevance in terms of the admissibility of
Our
such
Witchcraft Act has it been repealed?
It has been repealed. Was it repealed in? I think. If it's not, I'll just confirm that, my lord. Because last time I was told it was abrogated by disuse, and it's no longer. But may I just have a proper submission?
It's 1927.
Yes.
Somewhere there.
That Longwe Twala is the one who shot SENZO MEYIWA.
Which witness testified to that?
My lord, I came on record on a trial within a trial.
Yeah.
I went to the records during Easter holidays. What I've gathered is the information that will be sufficient for me to proceed with the trial, with the main trial.
Yeah, fine. Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
All what I have, the state might not have. For instance, it's evidence before this court that this witness did not interview the family of MEYIWA. Moreover, I am still going to the Section 205s that were taken from the members, from those people that were inside the house. Yes.
Fine, no, you can go on.
Thank you, my lord. The person who killed SENZO MEYIWA is not here amongst these five.
Thank you, honorable member. Thank you, honorable member. Honorable Taula.
This exercise of trying to elicit evidence of witnesses, we all know that it is not under cross-examination. You're reading from a statement, but Ntetwa and his colleague were taken to cross-examination by all the counsels here. So their evidence is not restricted, obviously, to a statement. They said other things which were elicited by the very gentleman who's the prosecutor, Maloi, and Mr. Ramosipidi on behalf of 1 and 2, and Mr. Nisi on behalf of 3, and Mr. Mumalo on behalf of 4, Ms. Mshorolo on behalf of 5, cross-examined these two witnesses, police witnesses, and elicited more evidence. So, but you are now concentrating on a statement. How does it help us? Maybe you can explain to me, I don't know.
I hear you, Malota. I have no difficulty in withdrawing that question.
Okay.
I have no difficulty at all. But
So Advocate Mngomezulu is leaving no stone unturned and leaving his learned colleague Baloyi consistently trying to object, because now Mngomezulu has brought into evidence, onto the record, African science and African science versus forensic science. And you know, our honorable judge, Judge Rata Umkhulu, oh my lord, tried to dispute African science and bring it in, but I want you to notice how Mngomezulu kept a straight face. And remember, this is happening in Pretoria, right here in Mzansi. So Rata has to tread Rata has to tread very, very, very carefully when it comes to any comment that he makes on African science. And you will see that he called out Mnisi when Mnisi was laughing at the beginning of the reading of the Sangoma statement, and he tried, so that he says, no, it's Mnisi who was laughing, and then I brought it up, and then so that it does not seem like Rata is the source. But Rata really wanted to go into, are we really, really doing this? Are we really talking about a Sangoma? And I love, again, what Mngomezulu did. He said, well, you can't say I cannot bring Nompilo Sangweni's Sangoma statement into the evidence. I mean, she's a prophet and she's a Sangoma. Just like Baloi's expert witness that is going to come to talk about his expertise on the knowledge of the Sangoma life, okay, and the underground gang. And let me name that witness for you before you even think that I'm trying to get away with something. Mngomezulu then says, it's Dr. Victor Vector O. Mkhize. Notice how Baloi sat down, did not object. It was as if he wasn't in the room. It was literally Judge Rata versus Mngomezulu, and you two are just going to take on this African conversation because I am not going to do this. And once again, Mngomezulu is brilliant. He's brilliant. With a straight face, he says again, I am not going to act like I do not live within the African culture and customs. And that killed it, okay? It killed it. The Sangoma statement is now part of the record. Even though Rata says, listen, this court is not equipped to listen to Sangomas and vanishing evidence. We can only listen to forensic science. Mngomezulu says, yes, the ballistic expert is for the forensic science. This is also science. It is a natural silence. Man, I was laughing the entire time. I'll be honest, I did rewind it a couple of times because that scene is absolutely hilarious. And you can't argue with African science.